We are friends, digging each other, taking time to talk it over.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Lions Den, episode number 51, 51,
Yeah, 51,
episode 51. Thank you guys for sticking around for this many episodes. Please continue to subscribe, rate, and review at Apple Podcasts. Leave us a 5-star rating. Give us a funny, crazy, funny, weird, sexy, maybe?
I mean, what is on your mind, newscaster? And the weather in sex San Francisco is...
Give us a great review, and we will definitely read it here. Also, continue to subscribe at YouTube and hit the notification bell.
Bing.
So you know what's coming at ya. And as always, patreon.com/the Lions Den Pod. God damn it, Jason Collins.
It's okay.
Patreon.com/the Lions Den Pod for all of your members-only content. Sure to
What'd
get
you just say?
Canceled.
Did you just say content?
No, what are you hearing?
Oh, no,
I
my
said
ears.
content.
Oh,
you
okay.
Freudian slip. Content.
Whoops. Well, I'm canceled then.
Yep, we're done.
Brent Morin mishears co-host Jason Collings' words. By the way, you ever do that in high school where you're thinking about something and you say it out loud? Where I'll be in math class and teacher's like, Brent? I'm like, 36? Where did that come from? I used to do that by accident all the time.
Was it you that had the bit about telling your teacher I love you?
Yeah, I love you. And also calling a teacher mom.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
It's like calling a teacher mom for the first time. Oh, yeah, I used to do stand-up.
Oh, remember that?
Wow. Kind of made me a panic there because I didn't remember the bit.
You guys want to hear a review?
I would
Oh,
love to
yeah.
hear it. Only if it's a good one. Only if it's sexual.
Well, you got
It's
luck.
summer.
It's just eggplant emoji.
Yeah.
This is from Izzy Pearson.
Iz.
Hilarious banter. I just started to listen to y'all, and you're amazing, and you're amazing. The banter is hilarious, and y'all crack me up whenever I hear your podcast.
Awesome.
Nice. Y'all.
Thanks, Izzy.
Texas, probably.
I like
Thank you,
that.
Iz.
Your
Izzy.
podcast.
You're amazing.
Amazing
Shout out
banter.
to Izzy.
Amazing banter from
Sounds
the
like a
Lions Den.
1920s agent, you know? You
Boy,
some
these
amazing
two
banter.
give each other the what for every episode.
The what fors?
The what fors.
The what for?
Boy, I tell you, these two.
Amazing banter. I can't do that voice. I think I could do the woman.
Non-stop
though.
gags.
Yeah. Non-stop goofs.
Goofs and gags.
Goofs and spoofs.
What's Dino say? What's his name?
Goofs and spoofs.
Goofs and spoofs. That's great.
Oh, I got to
Yeah,
recross.
I gotta say that.
That one was hurting the old hips.
Oh, boy.
By the way, speaking of that, shout out to Shane West for doing our last episode, by the way.
was
Getting
fun.
great responses from it. He was awesome. But during that episode, sometimes you'll notice Jay and I are sitting like this, and it's because these chairs really like to crunch your stomach into a mold of
They
hell.
accentuate the quarantine gut.
I was having so much trouble keeping my leg like this after a while because I haven't been stretching. And I'm looking at Shane, who's like, there's not an ounce of fat.
There's veins.
very
He's got
annoying.
those veins.
Yeah, I've been looking at him. I kept going. My leg was just... Yeah. So anyway. And then
I'm just doing this now. I don't know if you guys noticed. I'm just doing
Oh,
this
I know.
now.
We're hiding. Yeah. You can't see shit.
just
Wearing a black shirt. I'm doing this.
Yeah, I'm on
You guys
all
are
black
both.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm wearing this thing because before you make fun, I just understand the internet's going to rip me apart.
I think it looks cool.
What a choice,
Thank
though.
you.
Yeah.
You think it looks cool?
Yeah. Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've been making fun of hats too much, or making fun of hair too much, and people are like, "What's under that hat?" Like I'm fucking Garth Brooks. And
People
I
are
was
gonna-
like, "Well, I'm not bald yet. Just for I'm single, and ladies, please like
People are
me."
going to think those are one of those headbands that you could buy at like a costume shop that
know.
has hair included.
Jason, can I talk to you on the road?
You ever seen those visors? They
Yeah.
probably wear with the fucking...
Yep.
That hair come with that hat? That used to be a joke.
Does hair...
Be
nice.
So,
Be nice. Cut myself today.
oh yeah.
Gave myself a nice little slice on my thumb. Today I was feeding the dogs, and I spoiled my dogs. You guys know about Jack and Bugs. And I don't just give them their dog food, the way it comes out of the bag. I have to add things. I add salmon oil to their food. And
Salmon oil.
salmon
know,
oil,
these
they have
dogs
salmon
eat
oil in
better
their
than
food.
me.
It's good for their coats. It's good for their
Millionaire dog.
And
See
then
the
I
coats.
occasionally will chop up some vegetables, carrots or whatever, sometimes celery, and put it in the food. And I was a bit of a hurry this morning, and I was chopping up some carrots, and my thumb got in the way. And I chopped with my I bought a new cutlery set. So I'm talking brand new fucking knife. It's so sharp. It went and got my thumb. And for a minute there, I'm like, might have to cancel the podcast today.
Yeah, he
no.
called me and said, "Might have
Really?
to cancel." Yeah.
You were bleeding that much?
I was like, what did I just do? You know, it's that right at the moment I went,
Oh fuck.
what have I?
Or you're just
done?
waiting to see if blood's coming. You're like, oh,
Oh, it
no,
came
no,
out.
no, 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 no.
This shit's gone.
Yeah.
Blood everywhere.
No.
Yeah,
You're
my
kidding.
kitchen looks like a crime scene.
No.
Yeah, there's splash patterns from the.
Detective Jason's on it.
Oh my god.
You have to illumine all my kitchen.
Like Dexter.
Oh,
Oh.
I
that
like
just
the-
kind of grossed me out.
No, but a little bit came out. A lot of it, and I stopped it, and then I bandaged it.
If you're like, no, I think it's fine.
Yeah. I
He's
asked Brent
bleeding
for a,
out right now. He's
I
just
asked
gonna look
Brent
like a
for a-
ghost.
I asked Brent for a band-aid for my thumb, and he brought me a band-aid that's like a knee pad, so like I have a full.
Dude, it looks good for what it is. It actually
thank
looks
you.
pretty
See, I
good.
told
looks
you,
like I
wrap
have a
it like
prosthetic
blanket.
thumb, though.
I know. You know what you look
Fake
like?
thumb guy.
Yep.
You look like one of those old ladies in accounting who pay your checks. You know,
Oh,
like
that have
the little thumb thing.
Yeah.
You just know they're like, why did I pick this job? Here you go. You have to pay your HMO. Lost me. All
What's
right,
a-
I'll deal with it later.
What's an HMO? What's an HMO?
Yeah, this is $230. I'm not gonna pay anybody anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to the movies.
But I didn't lose my temper.
That's good.
Usually in that case, I go, fuck! But I'm like, honestly, this is exactly how I went, what did I-" and I said quietly to myself, I went, what did I just do? And then I said, it's okay, because if I panic, the dogs will panic, and I don't want to upset the dogs.
Yeah.
Jack's running into the wall because he can't fucking see, you know.
Oh, Jack.
But yeah, I didn't lose my temper.
That can happen too when you it's one of those moments where it's just and you're like, oh, and your ears just go.
That's happened to me.
Wang all 911.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I almost sliced the tip of my fingers off in a blender. And I had to like call my mom to come home from work to take care of me and stuff.
no.
Yeah, it was so dumb. So I pulled out the blender, put it on the counter, and I put it on the counter right underneath the cupboard that has the glasses. So I got the blender. I pour milk into the blender. In the meantime, during all of this, I grab a cookie. I put the cookie in my mouth. So now I have a cookie in my mouth. I've decided I'm going to make myself a chocolate shake. So I've got milk in the blender, ice cream in the blender, and I'm about to put the chocolate sauce
Yeah.
in the blender, and I got it, but I haven't put it. Only thing that's in the blender right now is the ice cream and the milk. Then I go open the cupboard that has the glasses. When I reach up to grab a glass, guess what? Cookie falls out of my mouth into the blender.
This is the cutest story I've ever heard.
True story too. It's such a dumb story. So I go, uh-oh, my cookie. So I reach into the blender. I figure I'll wash my hands. I reach in to grab the cookie, and on accident, freak thing, my other hand
No way.
hits the power button, and that milk turned red like that. It went woo, red.
Oh my
I went, oh
God.
One of those things where it's one of those things that make you want to pass out.
Yeah.
I leaned against the refrigerator that was behind me and just sunk to the floor, and I'm wrapping it, and I've got paper towels on it. I'm like, I really was like, my fingertips are in the blender right now. They're in the blender. And so I call my mom. She comes home. We get it, but it sliced almost through, but not off.
Yeah.
One was such a fine slice through the very tip, and then the blade hit the top of it, like punctured it. But
You're lucky it didn't just come off.
you could still see the line. There's a line on the tip of my finger. The cut was so fine because of the blades that you just pushed it together and held it there, and it healed. It no stitches. But I thought having to walk through campus all day in high school with this giant bandages on your hand like this, and people going, "Whoa, what happened?" You're like, oh, "I cut my hand in a blender."
I was making a milkshake.
My hand in a blender. I started making up stories.
Cookies.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, I stopped a robbery and a bullet grazed my hand.
Also, I want to apologize for anybody enjoying their lunch during this portion of the podcast because everybody just went.
That shake immediately, strawberry shake.
Yeah, that is.
Immediately, just
I had a friend, my buddy Elliot, actually. My cousin took his dad's convertible out, and we were all hanging out. And I jumped
already a cooler story.
Yeah. And so we're all in a parking lot, like some bonfire party. We jump in. I jump into the back seat. Elliot jumps in the front seat, and my cousin's driving. But when I jump in the back seat, Elliot opens the door. What I didn't know is my hand was right over where the back seat is, like this. So when I jump in like that, Elliot slams the door, and it slams right on my pinky, which you could still see a scar right across, and it closed shut. And I go, open it, open it, open it, open it, open it, open it. And
It's
he
one of those
opened
things.
it.
If you pulled, your finger would have stayed in the door.
And I was like, oh, no. And then it's just blood. And then it got to the point where it's just, they race home. They're driving home as fast as they can. Because I was like, I need my dad. Because my dad can
Isn't
fix
it funny at that age? You're at that age where you're like, "Mommy, Daddy needs to fix this now." I think I was 17.
Yeah, I needed
Yeah.
my dad to be like, Dad needs to fix this. He needs to fix this. And the blood was getting cold because we were taking so long. Like, just because it was
Dying.
coming down, I went, and he like, you all right? And I would look and I go, okay, I think it's off. It's definitely like fucked up. But my dad was in bed in his PJs, cute as shit. And he goes, puts the glasses on. He looks at it, he cleans it. He goes, you're all right. All right, here you go. And gauzed it, wrapped it, cleaned it. And he goes, you're all right. Don't do stupid shit. And then that was it. I never went
I
to a
picture
doctor.
your father wearing PJs like the two-piece
Oh, he does. That's exactly
with
what
a
it
pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
button up
Oh, yeah.
or pull over.
Button.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's cute
Did
as
he
hell.
have a sleep hat?
No, no.
Only.
You know those
Yeah.
sleep hats?
No, but he has a robe that he had for
Over
years
the
that has a
PJs.
hood as well. And it's so
That's
big, so at nighttime, terrifying as a child. When you
There's
just
a
see
ghost!
him. Yeah. Just looks like a troll. You ever injured your fingers?
I was waiting for you guys. I got one too.
Nice.
I was making a frozen pizza when I was about 16, 17, same thing. And I had to
16, 17 was me.
open the frozen pizza, and I got the biggest knife. You know the big kitchen knife, the one that's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is too big. And I took it to open the thing.
Butcher's knife.
Yeah, butcher's knife. It was just to open the container, the paper. I was like, can I open that?
Why do we do stuff like
And then the paper towels, you know how you hang paper towels and you gotta rip them like this? So I had the knife here for some reason, and I ripped the paper towel and stabbed my hand with the knife. You can still I'll show you guys after. You can see it and still feel the scar.
I want
Yeah.
you to. I want the story to. I want you to let go of it, and the knife is still.
Yeah, it didn't. It was just it was just right. I was like, huh. And then I was just like, Mom, now
That's
what?
That's a guy thing, by the way. Like when I get a package from Amazon and there's a little tiny piece of tape.
Just shooing.
Hold on, where's the machete? There it is. To cut a
Yeah.
piece of tape that you
So
can probably
stupid.
just go.
Yes.
know?
Yes.
Where's my machete? And I don't give a shit where my other hand is right now. What?
Oh, it's so dumb.
Let me cut this Amazon box
Yeah.
open.
I'm waiting for one day you guys to walk into the lion's den and somehow the light pole is in my mouth just and like, what happened here? And you could see I slipped on a fucking lean cuisine that I made. You know,
There's a lean cuisine box. He's impaled on the lean cuisine box there. Basketball here.
Yep.
Yeah. Sour Patch
Yeah.
dust all
Yeah.
over the
Yeah.
floor.
fucking Puffins just covered in blood.
But he has
Puffins
a
opens the
weird
door.
smile on his
Welcome.
face. Puffins has a weird smile on his face. Like, it's my house now.
Man, and just chips everywhere. Like, man, he went to fatty habit heaven. By the way, it's a great fatty habit at
Yeah.
a young age with the cookie after school milkshake.
Also, just the opening the littlest piece of tape with the biggest knife in the kitchen is so funny to me.
It's-
Stupid. Makes no sense.
Yeah,
And you
honey, where's the hedge trimmer?
And you weren't smoking pot or anything, right?
Nope. Totally sober. Well, I was like, no, but heroin.
To do this?
Heroin. Yeah, he had a heroin issue.
It was so, and I wasn't even like cry. I was just like, I had to call my mom. It was more of like, all right, now what? I wasn't like,
Yeah.
oh my god. I was just like, all right, I did this. What do I do now?
And when you're that age, you don't know how to form the sentence, so that it doesn't induce panic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I called
yeah,
my
yeah,
mom. She's like, "What's going on?" I go, I cut my hand in the blender." So she's just thinking, "Oh, he's just got minced meat on the end of his arm."
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
you don't
yeah.
give enough info.
Right. I'm okay,
yeah.
Mom.
Hand
I always
blender.
now, as an adult, you start with, okay, first of all, everything's okay.
Yeah,
I'm good.
exactly. I'm fine.
But back then, I'm like, hey, Mom, I need you to come home. I think I'm gonna pass out. I stuck my hand in the blender. Click.
Like it's and it's no cell phones. There's no ring cameras. You can't see what's happening. It's just a panic to get home.
I did the dumbest thing. I ran it underwater, so it's just bleeding out, just water.
Oh, you're
blood,
trying
like
to
how
clean
kill
it.
Warm
Warm
water,
yourself.
hot water.
Yeah, I'm
so
just
it's just
draining
like
all my blood. Yeah,
from here, your arms completely pale white from here down.
yeah.
I can't feel it. Now you're chopping it with a knife. I don't have any feeling.
No, it's fucking gone. Cut it.
Oh,
You know, it reminds me too. I lost my fingernail once in my front door by myself
God.
when I was a kid. This is, by the way, the beginning of Brent Morin hurting himself by accident. I must have been in 5th grade or 6th grade, and I went to close the front door. I have no idea, but I had my thumb out, and I went and slammed it on the front door, and my nail was hanging off. So I had
That's
to
so gross to me.
and
It's
I had
so
to rip the
painful.
nail off and then watch my and there was all this weird like ricotta-looking cheese-style shit under it. And by the way, they're at lunch. They're still at lunch. Everybody's turning this podcast off.
That's the grossest
I
thing I've
just
heard in
remember
so
it.
long.
I don't remember if it's my thumb or one of the other ones, but there's a certain line in it, and then I just watched it slowly grow back. It was crazy.
That's the grow back is
There
almost
was
the grosser
blood
part.
all in the thing, and it was the same type of thing where I just ran, ow, 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 and just ran away. My dad comes home from work. The whole fucking edge of the door is covered in blood. He's like, of course, anger immediately. What the fuck? You know, that's
Who
like
murdered
love
in
language.
here?
Yeah. And
Who
I'm just
murdered in
there,
my house and didn't clean up after themselves?
and I'm just there with no fingernail now.
You ripped off? You
The
ripped it
whole-
off?
Yeah, because the
was
nail
hanging
came
off.
off like that, and I just no.
Oh,
I had to rip it
God.
off.
Are you a medic in the
When
army?
you lose a part of your body, that's so. I bet you. We were riding. We used to ride our bikes to school in our elementary school, and there was a whole group of us that rode. And my buddy James, his pants got caught in the chain, and he reached down to get his pants and took the tip of his finger right off. We put it in a bag. We put it in a sandwich bag, and we went to school. Instead of going home, my finger just got cut off.
Yeah.
Put it in the thing. Went to the school nurse. They froze it, and they were able to put it back on.
How much was he bleeding, though? I mean,
So
so much.
much.
So much, right?
Yeah, so much.
He was riding hard that day, though. Hit
And
the
of
jump
course,
for
little,
the first time.
Little 9-year-olds. This is awesome.
Oh, okay. We got to switch topics because now I'm feeling sick.
I'm like lightheaded a little bit. Ricotta cheese.
Speaking of lightheaded, we had an earthquake here the other day. Great segue, Brent. Yes. And here's my problem with it. We had an earthquake. It fucking scared the shit out of me. It was like 4:30 in the morning, and I was asleep. Now, here's the deal. There's two ways I sleep: fully naked, or it's my life, my body. I'm very Roman.
I know who I am.
Yeah.
Dove commercial?
This is my house. So either fully naked, or sometimes this is kind of cute girl thing. I wear a big T-shirt naked. So
Below the penis?
yeah, like if
Oh,
I'm
that's
feeling fat that day, I don't like to walk
so
out with a
cute.
belly.
Porky.
So
Donald
here's my,
Duck.
I've lived in Los Angeles now for 15 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I've experienced some earthquakes. I've never once experienced a fucking earthquake out here where I'm not either getting out of the shower naked or it's
always
not the middle of the night.
Yep.
Now it scared the living shit out of me, but can we for once get an earthquake at 1 p.m.
Right
where
now.
I'm like I had coffee, my brain, I have cognitive thought,
Earth
like
is sneaking up on you. Like, we're
it
gonna
just
fuck
wants
with
to
them.
go rumble, 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 and then Brent's just
Was
naked.
it that kind of earthquake? Was it? Because
It went
I
boom.
think the epicenter was closer to here than it was where.
Yeah,
Because
it's right here.
I had no
Yeah,
idea.
I felt it for sure.
Oh,
So you
everybody
were
woke up.
asleep and
yes.
it woke you
and
up.
I sprung out of bed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just went.
It was like,
It was
coo,
like
coo, coo,
that.
for like 5 seconds. Enough where I was like,
Felt like a dragon landed on my roof for
Maybe
like 1 second.
Maybe the dogs barked, but that's a normal thing in my house. But I didn't feel anything. I just went, "Shut up, Bugsy."
So at the end of the day, it was only a 4.5. Like as big as
Pussies.
it felt. Yeah, nothing broke
I know,
or
it
fell.
felt big.
But it's scary.
But there's different types. There's the rumble. Then there's you ever been on one of the? It's like a
Oh,
wave.
No.
Those will make you so nauseous. It's crazy. You're like, oh.
I had that
and I
last
know
year.
it wasn't. We didn't feel it hardly at all because Elaine is she can sense an earthquake before it fucking happens, and for some reason she thinks that the best thing to do when an earthquake happens is to just say my name over and over again. Jason, 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 Jason. But that's how I know that's an earthquake alarm at my house. Jason, 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 Jason. But nobody reacted in my house, so I didn't feel it.
It
But
was big. Well,
It was in the valley.
We felt. I was
You-
like, oh
yeah.
shit. Because here's
you
the
live by the water.
Yeah.
Last year in Newport, I had one of the rolling ones out there in a hotel, and I was like, okay, is it windy? Because I'm doing a
why
lot of
did I
this.
get a room on the top floor?
But also from growing up in California, which I'm sure you know this, like we're just waiting for the big one.
yeah,
So
and
every time an earthquake is above a whatever
Yeah.
the fuck, that one I was like, here we go.
Yep.
Like I'm
Yeah.
just trained as a kid to be
And
like,
they've
here we
been
go. Like,
telling
put my
us-
clothes on. Here we go.
They've been telling us before all of us were born that the big one's next. The big one's
Yeah.
coming. This is the one that kills me. Oh, this is earthquake weather. When people do that, the fuck is earthquake weather? Oh, this is earthquake
Yeah.
weather.
Unless I hear Jason, then it's not happening.
Yeah, and you were born and raised here, so you've been
Yeah.
going through it your entire life.
Yep.
So it's like
there was a
transplants.
one of the
It's
big
terrifying.
earthquakes.
Me too.
1971 LA earthquake. Google 71 LA earthquake. My
Earthquake.
brother and I earthquake. 1971 Los Angeles, I believe, had a big fucking earthquake, and yeah,
San Francisco earthquake, 6.5.
look at that.
Dude, that's
And-
crazy.
My brother and I slept through that one too. My mom said she was like, "Whoa, shit!" And the cribs were literally sliding across.
Whoa.
Like poltergeist
Yeah.
or something.
Dude, yesterday Chenny was telling me he was in a 7.5 in Taiwan once. I was like, yo, that's
Yeah, dude, because if a
intense.
4 or 5 feels like that, I don't
A
want to
se-
feel anything.
double?
Yeah, it's like trampoline time.
I
Whoa!
mean, that's insane.
Kind of just makes you realize, like, how, especially when you have I try to think glass half full. When you have an anxiety disorder and all that crap, things like that make you realize how insignificant of an ant on a rock you really are.
That's
Where
the
it's
things
like,
you start thinking.
You go, what? Like, why do I give a shit about this show or this thing? Like, one fucking rumble and I'm out of here.
My fear is that the opening of the earth, like the earth cracking open, and then that's going
Like the core.
into it. Yeah.
I just hope I have a heart attack on the way down. My body passes you, just you know, my head like a buoy, just going. There goes Brent and Puffins right behind him.
I'm surviving, trying to climb on the crack. He's just like, nope, we're done.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. But seriously, earthquakes, if you're out there, if you're down there, just give me one at noon.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sick. I don't want to be running outside in a nightie, you know, where my neighbors are like, what is with this guy? You know, looking like beautiful girls in 90s movies, you know? Just
Did you feel the aftershocks?
That's the thing. I felt the other one at 6:50 a.m. That wasn't an aftershock. It was another earthquake.
And that was
That was like a 1.5 or 2.0, but they said that was another earthquake.
So that was the 4, because it was that one, and then an aftershock,
right in my dream.
aftershock, earthquake. So it was like from 4:30 to 7. There was basically 4 earthquakes. So every time you fall back asleep, like, I think we're good.
You're shaking.
4 times,
you
dude.
hear your heartbeat in your ear. You just go, okay, let's go back to bed.
Do you know what I kept having? You know when you have a phantom vibrate from your phone in your pocket?
Oh,
I
yeah.
kept having that with the earthquake. I was like,
yeah.
was that it? Was that it?
I know.
And then right when I thought when an aftershock hit, and I was like, you gotta be
And for all
fucking
the shit happening
kidding me.
this year, I'm just
Right.
waiting for
Here we
that.
go.
That's what everyone was
Fine.
saying. Like, all right, 2020, just take us.
Just finish the
Flatten
job.
my house, 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, just finish the job.
Put me out of my home. But
just
yeah,
be the
I've never
captain.
been afraid of earthquakes.
It's got to be interesting
you
to
grew up
growing
here?
up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm terrified of like tornadoes and shit like that that we don't have.
Yeah, see, I'm not as scared of that stuff because we would get tornado warnings where I grew up, and you
See?
run outside towards them.
And you're probably like, I'd rather have tornadoes than earthquakes.
Oh, 100. I'm terrified of earthquakes.
I'm the opposite. I go, I'd rather have earthquakes than tornadoes.
I just want to be outside on the
I
next
know.
earthquake somewhere.
People say that the tornado is God's finger touching.
I've always wanted to get like, whoa, in an earthquake.
Fun. Let's go to Oz.
I mean, in a tornado, whoa, and then get thrown out, and then summer roll and land, and then
Oh my God.
that's what I always think I could pull it off.
You'd forever be known as Tornado Boy.
We underestimate weather because if there was a real deal hurricane or like a tornado, feeling that wind I would be like, everybody get
You ever
underground.
seen water spouts? Those tornadoes over water?
No.
Oh, I have seen them.
Terrifying.
Google that for a second.
They had them when Jonathan was in high school. I was driving to pick him up, and it was really stormy in Long Beach. And I'm like, and while you're driving towards his high school, it's towards the ocean, and I see this big.
What is it called?
A water spout.
Yeah,
It
Water
looked-
spout? Sounds fun.
It looked like a tornado, and I'm like, what? And then I saw the news that they had 3 water spouts off the coast of Long Beach.
Water spout.
Whoa,
there it is.
Yeah, click one of them.
Look
I
at
want
that
to see
shit.
this.
Let me do a quick one. Here's water spout off the Grand Canyon.
Off the Grand Canyon. That's got to be kind of dope to see, though.
Grand Cayman Islands.
Grand Cayman. I thought you said Grand
Oh,
Canyon.
whoops.
I'm like,
Sorry.
Where are the Cayman
there's no
Islands?
ocean there, dummy.
Yeah, dummy.
Yeah, that shit.
Oh, look at that boat. That's us.
That's just-
celebrating. Hey, show's doing well.
50 episodes.
It got very big.
That's
Holy
How insane is that?
shit.
that's the apocalypse. That's what that is.
Yeah.
That's the
Now
they-
what do you think? A surfboard? You get in that and just fucking.
ride that fucking shit.
Like it's a ride at a water park.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's insane, right?
What's it sound like?
Not too long ago, and every once in a while when it gets really bad, off Long Beach, you'll see a few of those in the water. It's a trip.
Here's a tornado.
Yeah, dude.
Good thing they're going towards it.
I know. That's
These are storm chasers, I
such.
think,
I'm
right?
sorry, that's such a white guy thing to do.
It really
Bro,
is.
tornado! Let's go to it.
Look at this
It really
thing.
is.
Yo, that's
Oh,
crazy.
And
Bad.
when are you gonna stop, dude?
Hey man,
Ooh, look
you're
at
close
that.
enough. Also, windshield wipers are just.
The Oklahoma City tornado. I watched a whole documentary on that.
Where's that
Yes.
person going,
I mean, out of the car taking pictures, bro. It's for the gram.
dude?
Yes, because see, that's the thing
This
that happens
fucking-
with this shit. It's a bunch of white
Dump
guys
tornado.
who go near it and they don't realize how fast it actually moves, and then it could change direction, and in 2 seconds it's
Forget it.
on you.
That's so something some motherfuckers would do online, though. By
Yeah.
the way,
Oh yeah.
just
So
a normal
sick.
Monday.
Yeah.
Monday.
Have it like cat dog ears.
2020.
Changes this.
Look at. Oh fuck!
Damn it! My TikTok.
No. My TikTok. My passwords.
Oh shit! That's an i11. That's an iPhone 11.
Oh, fuck.
I would lose. I mean, ooh, that's terrible.
People have survived getting thrown 200 feet in those things, like some mom and some dad. Like,
They do
and then
weird
land,
shit.
and they're
They
like,
do
"Whoa."
weird shit. They'll they'll find like pencils intact, impaling a tree. Like why wasn't when the pencil hits that tree, doesn't it just fucking break? It goes right through it.
crazy.
It's weird.
Ugh.
Yeah.
There was a little dog that would like I think it was in the Oklahoma.
Toto.
Don't quote me on this. Oklahoma tornado.
Toto. The little dog you're talking about is Toto, and it belongs to
looked
Dorothy.
like Jack. And it during the hurricane, or tornado, it blew all the houses down, and the dog just got sucked up. And so the poor grandma, that's all her family was, that little dog. So they were trying to help her find it. Out of nowhere, the fucking dog is under a shit ton of rubble, completely alive, just covered in dirt.
Whoa.
Like, rah, rah, rah.
What the
That dog must have been like, whoa, yo, was that right?
Whatever you put in my kibble, Grandma, keep that coming.
Yeah, I am fucking into it. Lost my collar. What? Just lost my collar. Oh, fucking hell.
Brent and I were talking about, we always talk about how the littlest things will set us off and make us lose our temper.
Oh, really?
And I don't know if you've noticed that, Will, that we have
That made
temper
my blood
issues.
curdling back.
You see what I'm saying? So we both watched this documentary on Netflix
Yeah.
called Tread.
Tread, dude.
Bro, it's this guy who felt like the town was against him. So he buys a giant bulldozer and then fortifies it like a tank.
Okay.
Covers it in metal plates. It looks like this giant, and he bulldozed the town. Put a 50 caliber gun on it.
kidding.
Put a 50 cal gun on it. Had it all rigged with cameras so it could be completely covered. So he's driving it, looking at cameras, and he,
What, was he killing people?
dude,
No, I don't think
nobody
anybody
got
died.
killed, but he fucked City Hall up.
I mean,
the,
yeah.
the businesses that he felt were, because he
Was it
moved
an
into this
episode of The
town.
Simpsons?
Yeah, he moved into this town and he wanted to buy this land to put his business on, and the land was for sale at auction, and he outbid this guy, and in his mind, the whole town hated him because he was the new guy.
They wanted him out and
and
shit.
and they wanted him out, so they outbid him. So they changed all these zoning laws and made it really difficult for him to run a business. And so he's like, all right. So he went to California, came here, went to an auction where they auction off giant work vehicles and tractor trailers and shit like that. And he bought this giant dozer, this bulldozer.
Huge.
And then over time, he just, without anybody knowing, he just starts fortifying. He was a welder. This guy was a welder. He was known for making
Great welder.
great welder. He welded these bumpers.
How do you guys know?
He was
Because they said it.
They said it on the And if you
Fucking
say
welding experts?
and if you say it, we believe it
Yeah.
because we're Americans. He
It looked like good
he was,
work.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
great work.
all right.
He was super into snowmobiling, so
Yeah.
he would weld these giant steel bumpers on his snowmobiles
All
so
his
that he could
friends'
just go through trees and
mobiles.
shit.
Yeah.
So he was like a known welder, and he
Is he a blacksmith too?
yeah, he,
I guess
Kind
kind
of.
of the
Yeah,
same
kind
thing.
of.
Yeah.
Trying to bombed. All right, go ahead.
but yeah, they fortified this, and he
crazy.
talk about the ultimate fucking temper tantrum, dude. It was
Oh,
all
man.
over the news.
Oh yeah.
And then it fucking went away. And I remember going, watching the documentary, I'm going, why don't we know more about this? And why wasn't it a bigger deal? Because it's terrifying. The video, first of all, it's one of those giant bulldozers. It's
Here,
like the size of
Google
a fucking
image tread. Just Google image
Tread documentary, yeah. Tread, Will?
Yeah.
TREAD.
Tread. Because I spelled
TR
tread wrong when I
Because he spelled it
Wait,
wrong.
actually, I missed that.
EAD.
EAD.
TR. Yeah, because I spelled it tread when I was trying
Yeah.
to look it up.
There
on
it is,
Netflix.
the Documaki. But the that's
fuck.
tire tread.
Yeah, I guess I say
God
doc.
damn idiot.
See, we're already getting mad. I was
Yeah,
furious.
guys.
There you go.
This
There's
is it?
yeah, look at that thing. That's what he did to it.
Oh my.
He fortified it like a tank.
And look, he's been
big-
destroying buildings with it, going at
big-
like 7 miles an hour.
Yeah, big giant. That's the scary thing. It's so
Yeah.
loud, and it's just coming at you, slow as shit. But there's nothing you can do to stop it. Guys were trying to jump on top of it. They were dropping flash bombs down into the vents of the thing, and it
he
just
had-
wouldn't stop.
What a way to go out.
And
He-
honestly,
yeah.
he had
Well,
he
how
was
he went
smart,
out was
dude.
crazy.
He was smart because he had everything figured out from
Right.
the flash bombs, like ways to suck air out, how to have
Yeah, it
the
was
cameras set up,
and it just kept going.
and
I
they
mean,
couldn't shoot it. They couldn't do
couldn't
anything.
anything. They actually shot at it with a 50 cal, and
Mm-hmm.
it did nothing.
Look at that.
Just bounced off of it. Look how scary that shit is. And yeah, he bulldozed the entire town. There it is. And I thought, why didn't I know about this? And it turns out 2 days after this happened is when Ronald Reagan got shot.
Oh, he didn't.
Oh, it happened that long ago. I thought this was quasi
Kennedy was
recent.
shot.
That's right. Reagan passed away.
Passed away.
Oh, okay. Got
2
it.
days after this happened, Ronald Reagan passed away. The shooting was in the 80s.
Yeah.
But he passed
Oh,
away,
yeah.
so that literally took over all the news, and this story just went away.
And he was like, yes.
And you know what's interesting? It's actually really well. I actually thought it was a really good documentary because the shit they were like, the reenactments were so good. So go watch it, guys.
And you're listening to audio recordings of the guy
He
talking
recorded
about
the whole thing
Is he like
for
a-
years,
is he like
from
a
like
psycho?
'92.
Like a-
Well, yeah, but in the
Yeah, yeah.
beginning, I was on his side because they did it first from his perspective. Remember?
And then
I'm
he did it
going,
from the town's perspective. You're like,
Oh, he was crazy because they offered him money for the shit, and they're like, "We don't
Yeah,
have a problem."
it's
It's just people
nuts.
build shit up in their head like,
Yeah.
"Those motherfuckers are all out to get me." It's like, no, man, we're offering you more money for your shop.
so he
you've ever
bulldozes
been-
one of the buildings that he decides to bulldoze was a guy that he didn't like, and it was his store. And what he didn't know is that store had a basement, so the track
yeah.
got stuck and he couldn't get out. And then he just
I think that was the library.
What did
or
they do?
something,
Wait,
right?
what did they do? And then what?
he killed himself.
He did? Oh.
Yeah, he took
Yeah.
a gun and said, "Well, I
that
got
it?
it done."
Got pretty
I'm done.
far.
And he
Outta
went.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
They went in there. They showed that picture of him like slumped over with the gun and shit.
And the thing
Whoa,
is,
whoa,
the whole
talk
time,
about temper
yeah.
tantrum.
And the whole time though, he kept being like, he kept going like, I gave them chances.
Yeah.
I left it out there.
This
Put
is
it for
their-
sale. No one bought it.
This
that
is
means
one-
God wants me
Right.
to.
He kept saying that God wants me to. Why didn't I get caught? Because God wants me to do this.
Inspector came.
Why didn't it? You
Didn't
know?
say
And then they're
anything.
like, "Hey, it's their fault. It's
I don't
want to
do this.
And he, at one point, he even said, "This is not my fault. This is not my fault. You guys did this." And I'm like, "Whoa."
That's when you spend too much time by yourself.
Yeah.
Because that's the problem. His best friend said it was like he was alone way too
All the
long
time.
with his
Yep.
thoughts.
Yeah.
All
Just
the time.
Surprised
sleeping in there.
surprised no one during quarantine has bulldozed a town.
Great fucking documentary.
Well, don't.
You know.
And also, I want to bring back. I wasn't on his side. Speaking of that, in the beginning, it's not like I condone mass murders or he didn't murder anybody.
But how
Yeah.
many
Just-
times?
but-
How many times have you wanted to fucking drive a bulldozer through something? that-
Oh, 100%.
You
Are
know?
you kidding me?
When I was
Beginning of
installing,
comedy.
when I was installing
Clubs?
my,
Yeah.
I had to install a new water heater at my house.
no.
You know how badly I wanted to just bulldoze my entire house so many times, motherfucker. Blah, 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 blah. And I'll show you fucking water heater.
Elaine's going, Jason,
Jason,
breathe!
Jason, 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 Jason.
Nope. Move
Not
it,
an
Jack!
earthquake, honey, it's me. Blah, 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 blah.
Bugsy's in front. Just go ahead. Fucking-
Thinks he could beat the bulldozer.
And Jack's just looking but backwards.
What's going on?
oh, fuck.
What's going on? But
That's
yeah,
a good movie, man.
Shred.
Check that shit
I'm running out of movies, man. That's why I'm happy the NBA's back. NBA was back yesterday. We'll see how long it lasts because it's quarantine shit. But it was so refreshing to actually see Charles Barkley and Shaq and see the games. Because I realized movies and TV, like sometimes I lose the magic that I had as a kid because we're in the business.
Right.
And so I think, why didn't I audition for that? Why the fuck did he get it? I'll see Friends and shit and I go, now I'm out, unless
Right.
it's really good. Basketball, I could just be a dumb guy and just watch the games,
Right.
And then you see better shaped guys. So now I want to go play. I just miss that. It's weird the things we miss. Like you just said before this, like in a morning period with stand up, how you're feeling like, am I over missing it? or have I just forgotten?
I was telling Brent, I'm a little worried because I'm starting to not
Yep.
miss it.
Yep.
I started to be like,
understand
this
that.
is my, because it's been 5 months.
You just
Yeah.
forget. You just get used to life.
Yeah, February 28th. That was my last set 5 months ago. And I'm now like, is the morning period over? Am I done? And I'm like,
It's crazy. It's kind of scary.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I haven't been able to see, and all of the things I'm seeing online and seeing on my Instagram of people that are doing stand up, I'm like, I don't want to fucking do that.
I know. It's
I'm
like,
not going to do
ugh.
stand up on the street.
Yeah.
Somebody posted a video of them doing stand up on the sidewalk in front of American Comedy Company in San Diego. And I'm like, that looks fucking terrible.
would be
And that's
my
not what we
nightmare.
do.
Be an anxiety
In my
attack.
opinion, anyways. But like,
Yeah.
people were driving by screaming and honking at them and shit. That's not what we do.
I know what they did. It was they're trying to hide it because they can't do a actual shows, so they pretend it's a protest. They
Well, you know-
legally can get away with it. It's saying, oh, it's not an open mic. It's a protest. That's what they're
Wow.
hiding it, so they can get away with it.
Well, then why not do this? Why not get on the flat top of a city building, like
Yeah.
downtown?
Like the
get
Beatles
a
did.
huge, get a huge
Yeah.
mic or like they would do at the fucking New Year's in New York, and
U2
then
did
everybody
it.
down on the ground can. Well, I guess still technically you might get sued for COVID, but like do it that way. Why put yourself in the middle?
Yeah, the
I
ones
mean,
there's
the-
a lot of outdoor stuff. That's
Yeah, the video
theme.
that I saw, that I'm talking about specifically, nobody was social distancing.
Yeah, they're real tight. You can't do that.
Yeah,
if you do
it's
outdoor,
like-
you got to be like spread. I've seen the spread out shit, and that
Have you seen Camp Chappelle? Dave Chappelle's
That
From the
camp?
special?
That looks fucking
cool.
amazing.
Letterman did it.
Dude, he's a COVID test every day. He's Donnell Rawlings is making food for everybody. It's
Wow.
like literally
I'm gonna
a
hit Donnell
camp
up, see
for
if I can go.
comedians.
Yeah.
It's like comedy camp that Chappelle is fronting.
Where is it?
I don't know.
I think it's on
We're
his
not
property there in
invited.
Ohio.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you? But then you got to fly to get there.
Yeah, well,
Not
however you
necessarily.
get there, you still get tested and you still get
Wait, you're
quarantined.
gonna drive your bulldozer.
Can I tell you something? This is a quote from, I believe it's,
Find it.
I can't remember the comedian, but he said, anywhere is walking distance if you have the time.
Nice. So, how about that? I'll walk to Ohio.
Yeah.
Not today, though. It's kind of icky. But yeah, man, it looks really cool. I was like,
Yeah, I saw
man,
that
it was
Letterman
really,
did it.
Yeah, it was really telling to me how low on the totem pole in stand-up I am, because there's no invites. Checking my DMs, refresh.
Well, you know that Donnell Rollins and I are close personal
I know
friends
he
now.
loves you. I mean that I would do in a heartbeat, because that experience would be amazing. Plus, you're quarantined, you get tested constantly. You're outside. I mean,
Right.
that seems, and the experience of that would be great. But getting on a sidewalk in the middle of San Diego, I can't stand a lot of shit out there anyway.
Yeah.
You know,
And
Yeah,
it's
downtown.
right
It's the
in the
worst
gas
area.
lamp.
It's the
downtown,
worst.
yeah.
Yeah.
but we do miss
People
it,
are going,
yeah.
it's fake.
Yeah. Right. Oh, Christ.
I hate that.
Even if it's fake, that's fine. I hope it's fake.
Right.
It's not.
Because then we're fine. But I'm going to err on the side of caution. Sorry.
It's pretty obvious it's not fake now.
Because
but
here's the thing. If I'm wrong, you could point your finger at me and laugh. If you're wrong,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to die.
well, but that's when you were saying that, I go, no, you're just missing it, and you just forgot about missing it, because when basketball came back, I forgot how much I missed it. It was my fucking Zoloft. That's why I would tape so many games and shit,
Yeah, yeah.
because I was like, it's something to escape out of this hell, and it was like something to watch that's actually currently happening. And I'm like, oh, something's actually happening that's working so far. We'll see how long.
Yeah.
But, and by the way, I don't need those snarky comments from people when I post something like basketball's back. Like, now, like, yeah, I know as well
I
as
hate
you
that
know.
shit. Shut up.
I got it
Thanks,
too.
Debbie
It's so
Downer.
annoying. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
People love to be so
Like,
fucking
can I have
annoying.
one moment of optimism
Yeah,
before the
so
earthquake takes me in my nightie? You know?
And before the earthquake takes him in his Boy Meets World oversized T-shirt.
I fucking walk to remember, tee down to my knees.
Yeah, I miss all that shit.
You
But
guys
yeah.
wanna blast through some emails? We gotta.
Ugh, gross the way you said that.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Sure.
You guys want to rip through these?
Even worse.
It's the emphasis.
Let's do. All right, so we got a first here. By the way, emails podthelionsden@gmail. It's on our Instagram. Just hit the email button and it'll fucking to us.
Also, real quick, can I say one more thing?
No.
Yeah.
Of course.
Please stop messaging me that my Twitter got hacked.
Oh, yeah.
I know that it got hacked. I'm working on it. Please stop. I'm getting so many.
How dumb do people think you are?
People,
Oh, yeah, no
I
shit.
don't know, but you know you're, and if I ignore it, they'll send me a screenshot. No, seriously, this is what it looks like.
So stupid.
That's very annoying. The one that's the most annoying though, and I want you to stop, is, I know you probably already know this, but your Twitter got hacked.
By the way, if we welded that shit, like one gunshot, the whole back falls out. I'm in my nightie, like, fuck, Jason!
Like a House of Cards type
Yeah.
thing. Ding, 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 ding.
Like a
Or just
cartoon.
go,
And you're like, where are your pants? I was
You really like Boy Meets World, don't you?
yeah.
It's my favorite T-shirt. I sleep in it. So please, I know,
man.
I get it. It got hacked. It's being worked on. It's fucking.
Jason knows he's a beautiful Asian girl.
I
Yeah, and
know.
stop sending him pictures of that. It's probably
It's so
haunting
funny.
him now.
It's so funny for me to think that they wouldn't think about. Hey, okay, you guys, if your Twitter that's yours got hacked, you'd immediately
And you're
know.
a comedian. You're on it all the time.
And I'm like,
need
I
it
don't know
for
if you know this,
business.
bro, but like, fuck.
It's
And
just
then I'm
'cause they
talking like
care.
a week and a half after it happened, getting texts from people. Did you get hacked?
No. I've
Yeah, it's just saying no.
changed.
Yeah, nope.
I have to sit, breathe,
Yes.
Yeah.
and ignore it.
Yep.
And then wait till I'm done with, bulldozer level temper. Then I message him back. Yeah, that happened a week ago. I got.
Oh, I start saying no.
Oh, I've been doing that. No, that's who I am now. I'm a beautiful little Asian girl with eyes that are way too big because
Because of filters.
unbelievable. But yeah, thank you for that. Please stop.
Even if your intentions are pure, he knows.
Pure.
I don't know what I'm saying, man. I'm owning this. I'm owning the
Your
bandana.
intentions are pure. Him talking to his daughter's date. Just as long as your intentions are pure.
Oh man.
And also meat puffins.
Yeah, it's puffins.
We got a quick follow up here from Connor, who wrote in before. Remember that long ass thing about his friend being petty? Remember that whole thing about the DMs? He gave us a quick update. Hey guys, Will, I'm sorry the email was so long. Should be. I just wanted to get as much info on the topic as I could. LOL. Firstly, I am in fact a guy who is almost 18 years old. Remember, you guys were like, "Are these just couple of chicks?"
Yeah.
He said, "I know that the issue I was talking about was very bitch, and I agree with you. I'm almost 18-year-old friends, and I have very little bitch problems. By far, though, the friend I'm talking about is the most feminine. I'm going to follow your advice and not talk to that guy."
There you go.
I emailed in at the end of June, and I'm still blocked, LOL. It is time for us to all grow up and not even think about petty shit like this. If the bitch boy wants to be a petty girl, fuck him.
Thanks
Thanks, guys, for the help. You've helped me learn pettiness is stupid and not to pay it any mind. Love you guys, Connor.
Meanwhile,
Good job,
we're
Connor.
being so petty.
Yeah,
right.
petty as shit.
Pettiness never leaves you. You just got to own it and know when you're being petty.
Right.
And then you can just stop yourself from doing
Then
petty
you get
shit.
next level petty and you buy a bulldozer.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Ours is going to be beautiful.
All right, here's this is from Joel. He calls himself Captain Redbeard. Don't know what that means. All
Maybe
right,
he's a
Santino?
captain with a red beard.
yeah, he said, "All right, guys, I'll say it. Y'all's podcast is not a perfect replacement for your stand-up, but love getting to see y'all interact in conversation.
Backhanded? Hurt my
Just
feelings?
absolutely fucking devolve.
Nice.
I would love to see a Lions Den Hot Ones crossover where you bring Sean Evans in remotely or whatever, and y'all deep dive into hot ass wings while he interviews y'all, or
I
y'all
would
interview
love to
him.
do that.
Could be a cool mashup of concepts. Maybe bring a few more viewers and keep things spicy while we all wait for your return of stand up or
There's
whatever.
a
it takes
lot
to
of
wait.
y'alls in that one, huh?
It's like,
Yeah.
y'all.
We're not big enough for hot
Where y'all
ones.
from?
Those
I would
three
love to
y'alls.
do hot ones. I've been
Brent,
watching that show for
fucking
years.
Do not say that we are not big enough for hot ones
I'm
because you're
being
manifesting
humble.
it,
I'm
okay?
being- all right, I'm not
You're manifesting and thoughts become reality.
They're not going to become reality
God,
with
look at
me.
this.
Yeah, don't read that.
Look at this
That's
shit.
whoa, hi.
Come on.
What are you, an
This email.
author?
It's
Jesus.
insane.
In the year
It's a
2006.
long email.
Ignore
But
it.
Yeah, I would
so
love to do hot ones.
We would love to do
That'd be
it.
fucking amazing. Although I am I'm not good with spicy food, and I've always thought, and my heartburn
God.
issues. Wonder if I'd be the one to have a heart attack.
Yeah, the one guy to pass out.
I mean, that's so beautiful.
Here we go. So this next one's from Rachel.
Rachel.
Rachel says, "Hey guys, Will, my last name is pronounced Fedorchek." All right, Fedorchek. By the way, I stopped kind of reading people's last names just
fine.
for I don't know, just for privacy stuff. Is that should I?
I don't know.
Do
They
people
don't.
care?
I
don't
haven't
know.
seen anybody. be
Listen,
like,
if
hey,
you don't
man.
want your name said, stated
Yeah,
in the email.
I guess I'll
Boom.
keep. But she did a pronunciation of her last name, so maybe it's okay.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
okay.
know. I was trying to be.
You're good.
Yeah. Anyways, love you guys and have been listening
Love you
since
more.
day one. However, whenever my friend Brittany and I talk about your podcast, our other friends get confused because the major sex store chain near us is also called the Lion's Den. So you guys have become the Lion's Den, not the sex store for us. I think just to be safe that you guys should probably team up with their brand to eliminate the confusion. Keep up the hilarious content and come to Madison, Wisconsin and all this COVID shit.
Oh,
Oh, I
Wait.
love Madison.
Madison's
And
great.
here's the image of the Lion's Den sex store.
Fuck yes.
That's kind of dope.
Look at the eyelashes.
I know
on this
that
thing.
lion.
Dope.
That lioness got lash extensions. Diva ass lion.
Yeah.
Also, hey, we're pretty sexy,
That's true. Well,
so we are a sex store over here. Okay,
Basically.
yeah.
that's fucking.
Like,
fun.
ooh, sex.
Can't wait to get away. I can't wait.
Ew.
Ew,
Ew,
ew.
ew, ew.
Ugh,
I shoot
that
it.
grossed me out, I'm
Anyways,
sorry.
Ew,
Oh.
This next one's from Carlos. Carlos, hey guys. I recently started listening to the pod and I decided to start from the beginning. About a week ago, I was listening at night and fell asleep because I find your voices soothing, so backhanded. And when I took my dog for a walk that morning, I was listening to you guys talk about Queen and Adam Lambert in episode 41.
Yep.
I decided to go back because it would be a huge disservice to myself to not listen to what I missed. So as I was walking my dog this morning, I walked through the same area as you started talking about Queen and Adam Lambert, and I had a big deja vu moment. Do you guys have any experiences with the deja vu?
Every day, I feel like.
yeah.
It always ends in like a tidal wave or some shit. So
Deja vu is the
comment.
feeling that this has happened before,
Yep.
right? I'm constantly getting vujade. That's the strange feeling that none of this has happened before. I think that's a Robin Williams bit, but I'm not sure.
Really?
Yeah.
It's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it all the time. You'll eat it like an apple, or
Yeah.
I'll do something. I go, pretty sure this already happened in my
It
life.
freaks me out because I start going into weird shit like, does time travel exist? And
Yep.
did I do it?
So deep, yeah.
You know?
I always think like, and every time the deja vu hits, it's always like something horrific happens right after it, like a murderer comes in, or,
yeah. Okay.
or a tidal wave, or
So you start
ninjas.
doing things to change it.
Yeah.
Okay, just open a drawer that you never opened before. You know? Oh,
break
yeah.
a window, Brent.
Deja vu is odd. Deja vu is weird. And like I said, I always
Vujade.
start thinking it's time travel. By the way, that's what I think that
Multiverse or something.
people that think they've seen aliens and are being visited by people from another world. I don't think it's another world. I think it's us evolved, because you know how they're like long, bigger, taller, and they're fucking weird. I think it's us evolved traveling back in time, studying us.
Okay, well that blew my mind.
All right,
So
well, I guess we're just gonna move on.
just threw that one out there,
yeah.
huh?
Thank you.
Hey, by the way, quick thought before we get out of here. Like, what the fuck was
We
that?
are the aliens,
Detective
so-
Jason?
Hi guys.
Good night.
Neil deGrasse.
Hey, right?
Yeah, whoa. He's on the drone. Why is he on the drone?
Can I also just point out that out of nowhere, Jay pulled a bulldozer sound and a goddamn UFO out of... You could just do all the noises.
Like, Michael, Michael Winslow?
Yeah, Michael was Ring. Oh, I just
Yeah,
did a
yeah.
phone. Whatever.
I was like, hey,
Do the alien again?
Talent is exhausting. That's what it is.
That should be your book.
Talent
Talent is exhausting.
and then with you on the cover.
That's good.
We got a fatty habit.
Yay.
Nice.
It's from Billy Sweet.
Oh,
I had to
love
read that
it.
full name. Hey guys, love the podcast. Been listening since episode 1. By the way, love getting those. The episode,
Yeah.
the day ones. That's fucking awesome.
Day
Yeah,
one.
that's-
And it has become one of my favorite podcasts to listen to every week. Love what you guys are doing. Keep it up. Fatty story. One time, me and my friend Mark were so high, we went to 3 different fast food drive-thrus. First stop was KFC. So gross, but so good.
So good.
Was still hungry, so we went through Burger King second. Still
Nice.
not full. Then stopped at Taco Bell to finish it off.
Nice.
We then were so full that we napped in front of my friend's house in my car for 2 hours while we waited for him to get off work. Not a proud moment in my life, but definitely the fattiest I've ever felt. I hope this email
my
isn't too long for Will.
That's hilarious.
best
We
friend
fell
shit.
asleep in our car
That's
only to be wakened by the
hilarious.
smell of our own shit. What's that smell? It's us.
Oh man.
Every one of those. Okay, Burger King, KFC, Taco Bell. Taco Bell has their very distinctive taste, which is that sauce that they put
Oh,
in everything,
yeah.
which is that taco. KFC to me is the gravy. Oh, so good. What is the Burger King thing?
Burger King, it's kind of the
I've never been a
flame
Burger
broil
King guy.
idea. Like the burger has a kind of more of a flame taste.
Okay.
But then also
yeah,
the
yeah.
fries. I've always liked their fries.
good nuggets too.
Don't they
chicken
do like
fries,
a
too.
seasoned fry?
I don't know.
I don't know if they do a season
Like a
one.
crisp
Jack in the
cut-
Box
Don't ask
does.
me.
Or a
Oh
What's
boy.
up?
Yeah, I know. Hey, all right.
What?
pew, 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 pew.
All
I'm not
right.
trying to be obvious or anything, but this guy knows.
I haven't
know.
had Burger King in years.
I haven't even either,
Neither
but
have I.
I've
I don't
snuck
know.
away
sounds
recently for a few things.
It's probably like 7 months ago, probably. I mean, it's definitely not been years.
I don't have a Burger King near me, so that's a good thing.
That's the good thing when they're not. in
I don't have a
looking
Taco Bell near
distance.
me.
Yeah.
If I had a Taco Bell near me, I'd be like, just
I feel like going to Starbucks. Like, hey,
the
Jason,
podcast
hey,
will be a
Jason.
different podcast. Welcome to You Make It, I'll Eat It.
You make it, I'll eat it.
That's the theme of the podcast.
Today we have
Just
Swedish
send-
meatballs.
Send in your dish and I'll fucking.
And now to end with Swedish meatballs from Madison, Wisconsin.
With a side of cheese curds, because that's their shit over there. Cheese curds. And,
And then you're just telling stories. You know, this is actually where cheese curds originated. in the
cheese curds
Midwest.
originated.
It's like, all right, Jay.
And then you just hear,
We have to roll.
that's my belly is
I'm
happy.
gonna roll you back to Lakewood.
So yeah, good thing there's not a Taco Bell near me.
Oh man. Bro, you make it, I'll eat it.
Yeah, you make it, I'll eat it.
Oh, that's gonna be someone's gonna make a thing.
I
With
hope
big
so.
giant
It's the
meat.
best Food Network show ever.
make it,
You
I'll
make
eat
it, I'll eat it.
I can't wait till somebody starts sending homemade like fucking like toffee brittle or some shit.
Ooh.
Oh well, that just
Man.
sounds fucking so good.
I was just trying
What's
to think
that
of something
peppermint
you could nail.
shit? Bark? What the fuck is it?
Oh, peppermint bark.
Ha! Cigar.
Where did
Anything
that
chocolate and
originate?
peppermint, man. Chocolate
is
and
so
peanut butter,
good.
chocolate and peppermint. You make it, I'll eat it.
That's great.
I just picture you make it. The crowd goes, I'll eat it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Wheel Jay out.
Stole this one from Walmart.
Jack on your lap. You with fucking blanket
Blind
over.
as shit.
No feet. Just for the diabetes.
Doggy diabetes. Aw.
Wow. All right.
No feet.
Well, we get ready for a hard pivot.
Oh,
This is from Franco. He says, "Do you believe in ghosts?"
Oh boy.
Here we go. One day, a few years ago, my grandma died. She asked me if I could hear them yet. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and end this
Wait,
episode.
what?
That's a sentence.
Wait, the grandmother said that after she died?
She asked me before my grandma died. She asked me if I could hear them yet. There's more. I looked at her shocked. She told me that she knew I can sometimes see them, but wait until I hear them. Things get interesting as you get older. I've had doors shake violently, growls. I don't know what this word is. Growls in empty spaces that I would yell at to leave me alone because I have shit to do. My shirt tugged at my mom's house, a shadow of a child. swirls of dark shadowy mists, seen orbs of light, glimpses
Jay,
of a white
at
cat
me.
that followed me inside my friend's house to inside of my apartment.
Swirls of shadowy
Heard,
mist.
heard my late grandma's
name.
great laugh once in a while, right when I wake up from a goofy dream. Lately, all I hear once in a while are my cabinets opening and closing either in the morning or as I'm going to bed. I'm used to it, so I don't really get scared. More like dad annoyed.
Okay, you live in a haunted house.
Do you believe in the supernatural? In parentheses, claw marks on Brent's ceilings.
Yeah.
And what would you do? I am 40 and live with a cat since I am allergic to dogs, so don't judge me, Brent.
Well, fuck you. How about that? All
How
right,
about that?
No,
Wait, swirly. Do the swirly line again.
Just kidding.
So these are all the. I mean, there's so many things. This is so some of the. My shirt tugged at my mom's house. A shadow of a child. Swirls of dark shadowy mists.
That's the band name.
Yeah. Scene
what
of
is it?
orbs.
Swirls of dark shadowy mist.
Swirls of dark
That's a great
shadowy
punk
mist.
band.
Yep.
That is.
So basically, do you believe in ghosts? That's. I mean, this is
Man,
by
that's
the
a
way. By the way,
tough
where the
one.
That's
fuck
tough.
does this guy
I definitely
live?
believe in
I know.
aliens. I definitely.
Salem.
So intense.
Where do you live?
Yeah.
I only had one experience.
I live
but
in
I don't know if it's
Amityville.
my mind.
So, but yeah, that's crazy.
I grew up on one of those type of streets. I feel like we've talked about this before on
You
here.
you grew up in a spooky ass area, dude.
Type in Fairy Lane, South Windsor, Connecticut.
Yep, fairy
Like
lane.
images or just the
Yeah,
web?
images.
Give me that again.
Oh, come on.
Fairy Lane. Oh, I should know how to spell fairy. Yeah, and then
Oh, look at that haunted ass place, dude.
click on that one with the tree. So there's that.
Isn't that street you took me down?
Yeah. So during
It's like True Detective.
those are all
Yeah.
tobacco plants at a certain time. And now click on some of those houses on those streets, man. Like, no, that's a
Whoa.
normal house. Go up
Although
all the way up.
very haunted.
That one. Like everything is something out of
It's
a
like
fucking
sharp-
Stephen King book.
sharp
Wow.
objects.
Whoa, that looks like the Amityville house
Yeah.
with the windows up on top. Mm-hmm. Oh,
All
wait.
the houses are like that, and they're all built in like the 1800s and shit. Where I grew up, not that one. That one's just like the bullies
Can
down
you?
the street.
So his grandmother asked, "Can you hear them yet?"
Yeah, see,
Before
look
she
at
died,
that fucking house.
she said, "Can you hear them yet?"
Look at that.
Can you imagine if your grandma died and she said, "Can you hear
Can
them
you
yet?"
hear them yet? Well, I've heard of shit like that when people are like about to pass away. They have images and stuff.
They call it. A lot of people refer to that as the veil, and the
Yeah.
closer you get to death, you can start seeing through the veil. Like my grandmother started talking to her dead husband in the room
That's
before
crazy.
she had passed. Whoa. Like, oh, you're here. Like people liken it to their loved ones who have already passed, standing in the room, like welcoming them, waiting
Yeah.
for them. I don't know about the ghost thing. I've got so many crazy stories, but
I only had that one on that street, Fairy Lane. We would go down there at night because it gets all foggy. And I was in the car because I was bringing Elliot down there. And I know I've talked about this before. And it got more and more foggy and foggy. And I was trying to scare Elliot because he kept going, no, go up. I was like, ah. But then it like got enclosed, all white. And I went, and then I got scared. And I went, so I tried to do a
bad
K-turn
idea.
to like turn around. And then when my lights hit the tobacco plants, there was a man in colonial clothes
What?
who disappeared from his feet to his head into the thing, and then I panicked, hit the fucking fence. Sorry, farm owner, and then sped out with like pieces of the fence in the back of my car because I was like, I just saw a ghost. And then I called my cousin, and then he drove 20 minutes to try to go see it. But when we got down there, fog was gone.
Yeah.
But you don't know if that's your mind playing tricks. And
dude,
it's
Dave
just- you
Sullivan
don't
and
know.
Dave Sullivan and I, and his son Kane, we went to the Queen Mary. We went because David got a room because the Queen Mary in Long Beach is a hotel now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and so I think Kane was like super into like ghost hunting or some shit at the
Sure.
time.
He loves horror movies.
And they decided to rent a room and stay on the ship. So Dave knew, knowing that I lived near Long Beach, said, "Hey, me and Kane are coming down." So we went to eat, and then I went onto the ship with them. Man, there's this one room that's like a famous room on the Queen Mary. If you Google that, there's like a room that they have closed
Google Queen Mary.
that they don't. I love that he's not even moving.
Well,
I know,
he
I
was
thought about it.
captivated by
I
your
was like-
story.
I know, but I also was like, should I Google it? Yeah.
Yeah, Queen Mary, haunted room, whatever the fuck. And we went and found that room. It's closed off. They took it's not in use, and apparently some crazy shit happened in that room. So we sneak up to that room, and we're at the door, and we put our ear to the door to listen in to see if we can hear anything. And from the other side, somebody went boom and hit the door. This is an unoccupied room.
Whoa.
Oh,
So of course we ran screaming.
it's probably just like a haunted house, like they're trying to fuck with people or something, like a haunted house, like for Halloween.
Imagine that's your job. You just sit there and hope that somebody is
Yeah,
gonna walk because
one
it's not a
day.
part of a tour. It's in the hotel part.
Yeah.
So you have to sit. You're paid to sit there and wait. Man, I hope somebody comes. Oh shit, somebody's here. I've been here for a night now. Fucking finally.
Yeah. It's probably this
Money
guy.
earned.
It's probably this dude.
Yeah, it's probably
Well,
that guy.
you running
But
away. That was
one
part of
time-
his. Oh, sorry. Go
Sorry,
ahead.
but one time we were on the ship when we were kids, me and my brother and some buddies, because there was a time when it was between, like it got sold to some company and it was just sitting there and you can get on it for free. Now there's like a cover, you pay $8 or whatever it is to get on the, probably way more than $8, but
That's a good deal.
there was a time when we were teenagers where you could just go and walk around and get on the ship. So we decided to walk around there at night, and there's a deck where it has these windows, these porthole windows where you can lean off and look, like lean over like lean out the window because there's no glass or anything. And we're leaning out the window, and I look over at my brother, and he looks, and a puff of cigar smoke went out of one of the windows down the way. So we're, oh, somebody else is here. So we lean back to see who that was, and there was nobody there.
Yeah, that's creepy.
That's
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah, it was
That's
a trip.
insane. But he did say too. I think, how would we react if we saw a ghost?
Yeah.
Well, I think you got your answers.
Yeah, what would
like
you-
little
what would you do?
bitches.
I have
I ran away.
I have an answer to the question. Do you believe in the supernatural? Is that what he kind of said?
Yeah, essentially.
Here's what I could say about that. I believe in it to a certain level. I believe in the supernatural. For the most part, I don't believe other people's stories about the supernatural. I feel like they embellish a lot and make shit up,
Yeah.
and so. But other than that, I think
very
there's
skeptical.
something out there.
It could be, and
I
they
think
also
there's
they
a different plane, if you will. I think there's a different dimension. And
well, it's like Joe Rogan's last podcast with Post Malone. They
oh
were
my
both-
god, the fucking marathon.
But they were talking about ghosts and shit. And
Really?
like, yeah, and they had a whole thing. Apparently, there's a thing Joe Rogan talked about. You could watch this woman who's a doctor who actually passed away and said she went to heaven. And it's a 30-minute thing of her explaining what it was.
Whoa.
And then Post was talking about this because he's a deep diver and all this shit, I guess. And they were microdosing on shrooms, I guess, which, by the way, I don't know what it is, but I want to try because they seem to be having the greatest time.
Oh,
but
let's do it.
But he was talking about how energy can be locked. And
Yeah.
and then Rogan was talking about like people say that at the Comedy Store. And he goes, now granted, people at the store have a lot of drugs and drink,
Yeah.
but there's so many people that work there that think they've seen something because of the energy.
There's some creepy parts of the store.
So there's like an energy
yeah.
thing. I don't know what it's called, but it's something.
Before they made
energy.
it a podcast studio and that little thing downstairs,
Yeah.
and it was just downstairs.
Scary little thing.
Such a terrifying little room.
Yeah, they said that
I
Bugsy
got
Siegel used to
friends-
kill people down there.
I've met people
so
and have friends that are normal, just regular people. But one of my a friend of mine, I'm not going to say his name, he passed away of a drug overdose and then came back. Like he literally, and he says he has vivid memories of leaving the body, looking down on it, and then being sucked back in because it wasn't his time. or
That's
some shit.
crazy.
Well, if you think we dream, think about it. If we go on REM and we dream and shit,
Yeah.
like, so even if it's a dream, what if the dream just lasts? What
Yeah,
if
'cause we're
this is
not-
a dream?
But also, you have to think about we are these physical beings, yes,
Yeah, orbs.
But there's an energy that we have that's not physical.
Yeah.
We're not machines.
Electric shocks.
Why do we
Ouch.
have feelings? Why do we get sad?
Yeah.
Why do we get
dream.
scared? Why do we get
And just sleep in general is so weird. The fact that we have to
Static
sleep and
electricity,
recharge,
you know?
and
Recharging our
dream,
batteries,
and
yeah.
then we dream, and then we kind of the whole sleep to me is the most fascinating thing.
Now imagine if we were on
Dreams-
shrooms right now.
Oh
it's a
man,
5-hour
we're definitely
podcast.
gonna try that one day. You guys will just have to sleep over because I have
man.
no idea what's happening, and you're not leaving me here.
I didn't know that they were talking about
take
ghosts on that episode. That's
oh,
awesome.
they
I'm gonna-
ghost aliens,
Well,
horror
they did
movies.
4 hours, so you'd think
Well,
those
yeah.
will come up.
How long was it for real?
4 hours.
4 hours.
Dude,
It's
that
like 3
shit
hours
was
and like 50 minutes. I haven't watched
fucking
it yet. but
power to Rogan for keeping shit like that going. And honestly,
Yeah.
I love Post Malone.
Me too.
That dude is
He's
the
the
shit.
best.
He's
Yeah.
just so fucking for a 25-year-old who has so much money. First off, his knowledge of movies and fucking ghosts and aliens. You're on the road and on tour all the time. You're probably just watching
Right.
a bunch of shit. But he's also like, yes sir, no sir. Like he's very
Respectful young man,
Yeah, he's
very
such a
He's like a
respectful
good dude. Yeah.
And dude, Joe is much older, but they were relating, and Joe's really laughing and shit.
I'm
And I
looking
was
forward to
like,
watching it.
I'm gonna check that out.
because imagine if you're sitting like across from a 25-year-old pop star. Like,
Tattoos
how
all over
many
his
of those
face.
can
Yeah.
you have a 4-hour fucking conversation
One.
with? Like, and that's
I
post.
can't believe he's 25. That's
I can't either.
bananas.
I can't.
Wasn't he like living in his car at some point or like homeless or some
Closet.
shit?
His friend was a gamer out
Oh,
here,
wow.
so he moved out here from Texas.
From Texas, y'all do this and y'all do that. So
Well,
yeah,
that was
I believe in
terrifying.
it at a certain level, and then there's a lot of the stuff that I think people are just blowing smoke.
Yeah. But I don't know because I'm always like, yeah, oh, you're full of shit. But then it's like, well, Brent, what about your ghost story? And I go, that's true. I did have, but I convinced myself that was in my head because you also
My mom's
see
got
shit.
some great ones
I can see
from
that.
this house that we
70s
lived.
too.
We lived in this house in Malibu Lake, which
Oh,
is right
that
near
one's
Agora.
it's
which-
creepy over there.
Yeah.
Malibu Lakes.
But yeah. What else?
I mean, we're at an hour. We can keep going. Keep doing emails. Up to you
Let's
guys.
do one more.
Cool. Let me try to pick a good one here. Do you want to end with a fatty habit or do something else?
Well, we kind of grossed the shit out of people in the beginning, scared the shit out of people at the end, angered people
Wow,
in the
another
middle.
person wrote in a ghost story.
Oh, Jesus, click that. We
Let's
might as well
meme
keep
as
the
well,
theme,
right?
right?
Yeah.
Oh, and it's not too long.
No, it's not too bad. Yeah, there's one that was like, come on. Listen,
Did we talk about ghost stories? Why are people
I don't know.
sending
I
us?
don't remember anything about ghost stories.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But anyways,
Maybe our ghosts are doing a different podcast.
you guys.
Can I tell you something? This is the first time I've ever tell you this. I'm dead. I'm a
That's
ghost.
why you have that hairline,
Guys.
huh?
Ooh,
Just silly, nice ghost.
I love doing
Yeah,
that.
by the way, I wouldn't react like fucking Wednesday with Beetlejuice or whoever that girl that was with Casper. You know?
Yeah.
You know, fucking when they're just like, "Hi, I'm Casper. Hi."
Yeah,
Like,
hi,
no.
how are you? Next thing you know, you're singing calypso songs
yeah,
and shit,
he's
floating
fucking-
from the ceiling. That's Sonata.
Like, are all goth girls brave?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So this is from Alana.
They're over it.
This is from Alana. She says, "Hola, my name is Alana, and I'm a new Mufasa member.
Yay.
Yay!
I look forward to, I guess, cuter. I look forward to the Lions Den podcast every week. So, my best friend and I recently stayed at the Sophia Hotel in San Diego. We heard that the hotel is supposedly haunted, but we really couldn't find any stories confirming this, so we didn't think much of it. The first night there, I saw a white shadowy figure right by our room door. I glanced at it for a second, shook it off, and just figured my mind was playing tricks on me. Later that night, my best friend woke me up freaking out and basically described the same exact shadow figure I had seen. She said it was a woman and even heard tapping right by her head on the bedboard.
Oh, that's creepy.
Creepy.
We didn't get much sleep that night. No shit. And ended up switching hotels the next day. You guys are always traveling, and I'm curious to know if you have any ghost stories of your own. Maybe stories from the road or any ghost stories in general.
I don't think we really have any from the road now. That I
Like any
think.
weird hotels or anything like that?
I can't remember what gig it was. You and I did a gig together. It was either you and I or you and me and who the fuck was that? And we stayed at this hotel. It was a great hotel, and the club owner said, I think it was Bob Saget. Bob Saget won't stay at this hotel because he had a ghost experience at it or something. Was that you and I?
I don't know if it was me and you. It might have been you and Chris or
Yeah.
you and
I think it was me and Chris.
Russell,
but-
maybe.
Maybe
No?
it was me and Chris, but it was in the South, I think. But yeah, he said, yeah, Saget won't stay here because he had an experience with a ghost at this hotel.
Whoa.
Now, real quick, did this girl, did they stay at the hotel knowing that it was haunted and they wanted to stay, or did
we
they?
heard that it was supposedly haunted, but we really couldn't find any stories confirming it. So we didn't
Sounds
think
like
much of it.
familiar.
See, I'm
hotel.
wondering if they found out after they booked it that somebody went, "Oh, you booked it at that hotel? It's haunted." Because if you stayed at that knowing it was haunted, and then left, like, it's too fucking haunted. I mean, I could picture that lady's face right next to her at the bed going, "Ding, ding, ding."
Yeah.
God, that is weird. The fact that they both did is crazy. It's one if one, it's probably a dream, but both?
You know what blows my mind is when you're sleeping and you
Guns.
wake. Fuck. Is when you're sleeping and like even when you're a kid or even as an adult and you wake up in the middle of the night and like a shadowy figure that might be a vacuum seems like a fucking person, or you hear a tap.
Fuck a coat rack in the bedroom.
And you hear
I have one.
and you hear a tap like ting ting ting, or you hear anything or a zap or whatever the fuck. What blows my mind is in the midst of that fear, at some point you fall back asleep. Just imagine that, just from like,
Yeah, that's next level lazy. That's scary as shit. But
Yeah,
I need
like-
to get these Z's.
yeah. It just blows my mind that even as kids we would just go right back to bed at some point, like,
We have a coat rack in our bedroom.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'll wake up. Oh, Jesus.
I have one too. My mom gave me an old one from like her office. It's made of wood. It's a whole thing. Yeah. Now,
The
now-
coat rack looks
now-
like this.
Yeah, that's fine, right? Just hanging stuff
Dude,
on the-
speaking of that shit, I got sucked into a movie last night, 1981, The Dark Night of the Scarecrow. And it was 1981, and it was a creepy scarecrow killing people movie. And the scarecrow had
God.
was possessed by the spirit of a guy that was like exacting revenge on the
I
people
think
that
I've
killed
seen
him.
some Scarecrow movies.
90, early 80s, late 70s horror movies, the acting is so
Oh, I
funny.
can't even imagine.
And then they dragged scenes on so long. There was this one scene where they had bloodhounds looking for the person, and the dog barking got me to the point of I'm gonna go get a bulldozer now, because it was for so long. So long. Elaine poked her head in the window. What the fuck are you watching? A dog show? What are you watching? And it was just way too loud, way too long. You know how those old 70s, 80s movies,
Yeah.
the sound was never, like 1 second you're like, what are they saying? I can't hear them.
Yeah, yep.
And then there's a helicopter.
It's because they're editing too. They're like 40 minutes too long too.
But yeah, The Dark Night of the Scarecrow or some shit.
Honestly,
like
can I say something, Jay? You there's something dark going on with you because I tried to watch that Matt Dillon movie yesterday that you recommended.
Couldn't get through
My
it.
buddy Matt was over and we put it on. It's fucking horrific.
Yep.
And then he just goes, all right, I gotta go home, gotta get up early. Leaves me, and I go, well, I'm not gonna keep watching this by myself. And he even goes, man, Jason recommended this? I go, yeah. He goes, what the fuck is he watching at home
Weird,
during this
man.
shit? I go, I don't know, man. He's a detective now.
Hey, the Uma Thurman scene
Fucking,
with the fucking carjack. Wow.
yeah, I forgot the
Bro,
name of
he
it.
kills her with a carjack. And he's holding it in his hand, and she's sitting in the passenger side of his van, and he just goes like this.
I'm good.
Yeah.
And
I'm
there's
all
a
set.
scene where it shows her head like
Nope.
dented in.
No thanks.
Yeah, that one, and then the
Bye,
other
Brent.
one. What about
weird.
dragging the girl behind his car, and it's a blood fucking streak for 5 miles, and her whole face is gone?
I'm good.
And I go, Jason, what are you watching
you
while
know.
your wife's in the house? He's just.
Yeah,
Oh,
bulldozers and
whoa.
fucking serial killers and shit.
So anyway, just have a little
Sorry.
concern. I just love Matt's reaction. What the hell is Jay watching at home?
But I've been in some hotels where I'm hearing some weird noises. Usually it's a couple in the next room fucking the hell out of each other. But it's a ghost! It's a ghost! You hear this, ooh, and you're half asleep. You're, oh my god! And then you start waking up, and starts turning in. Oh yeah! Oh fuck yeah! Oh, okay.
I think that's a good place to,
Yep, I
to
think we
end
wrap
this
it up.
All right,
episode.
that was a fun ep.
That was great, and now I'm scared.
Thanks
and
for all the emails.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
everyone. We'll get to. We have a lot of emails to get to, so we'll get to yours in the next couple
we
weeks.
promise we're gonna get to it.
Keep them
And-
coming.
but keep them coming though.
Keep them coming. We're gonna
We'll
go
get to
through
'em.
all of them. We might have to just do an
Also-
email app.
Also, very soon, well, right now, thelionsdenpod.com is up.
Oh yes.
Website's live. The store is going to be open within the next few days. So
Oh,
we
cool.
will
Ooh wee.
have some merchandise coming to you guys.
Should get
So
some
get
bulldozer
ready.
shirts and shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking.
Love you.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
We are friends, digging each other.